You're watching Tag TV.
Good evening, welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Akansha Parimu. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 18th of July. At least 4 killed as 2 buildings collapsed in New Delhi suburb. Hearing of corruption cases against Nawaz Sharif adjourned till July 30th. And Afghan government rejects possibility of talks between US and Taliban. And now for all the details. At least 3 people were killed on Wednesday in a twin building collapse in Greater Noida near Indian capital New Delhi. Rescue teams, hydraulic cranes and bulldozers were immediately pressed into service to rescue the trapped persons.
A 6-story building collapsed into an adjacent construction site in Greater Noida near Indian capital New Delhi, killing at least 3 people, police said on Wednesday. The building that collapsed on Tuesday night had been constructed a few years ago and did not appear to have many occupants. Teams of India's National Disaster Response Force, dog squad and excavators were involved in the night-long rescue effort to clear the rubble. Reportedly, 50 people were feared trapped.
3 लोग हिरासत में हैं, उनसे पूछताछ चल रही है। इसके अलावा जो भी व्यक्ति प्रकाश में आता है उसके विरुद्ध भी हम लोग कार्रवाई करेंगे।
Building collapses in India are more common during the current monsoon season, aggravated by the use of poor building material. Greater Noida is one of a cluster of areas that have sprung up around the Indian capital over the last decade, home to scores of residential and commercial blocks.
In news from Pakistan, the Accountability Court in Islamabad on Wednesday adjourned the hearing in corruption references against Pakistan's former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif till July 30th. Sharif was hoping to come out of jail before the general elections on July 25th to boost the chances of his Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz party.
The Accountability Court in Islamabad on Wednesday adjourned the hearing of Al Aziza and flagship corruption in reference against the former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif till July 30th. The decision came after Islamabad High Court on Tuesday adjourned the hearing of appeals filed by Sharif, who is jailed along with his daughter Maryam Nawaz and son-in-law Muhammad Safdar over corruption charges. The High Court on Tuesday adjourned the hearing till last week of July, which means the 3 will not be let out before the general elections on July 25th. It, however, issued notices to the National Accountability Bureau to respond to the appeals which were filed on Monday. On July 6th, Nawaz Sharif was awarded 10 years in jail, while Maryam got 7 years of imprisonment for failing to disclose the source of income for purchase of the luxurious Avonfield apartments in London. Muhammad Safdar was given a 1-year sentence. Nawaz Sharif is accused in all 3 references, whereas Maryam and Safdar were accused in the Avonfield reference only.
Moving on, the devastation caused by the 2005 earthquake still haunts the people of Pakistan-administered Kashmir. Locals allege the policies of the government are not making any improvement in their daily life.
More than a decade since the earthquake devastated the Himalayan region of Pakistan-administered Kashmir in 2005, victims are still waiting for relief and rehabilitation. Locals blame the Pakistani government for diversion of funds given by the international community for reconstruction and development in the illegally occupied region. Since then, there has been a backbreaking inflation and hollow promises made by the stooge governance in the region.
बिलखसूस आज़ाद कश्मीर में जो आज से 13 साल कबल ज़ल्ज़ला आया, उस ज़ल्ज़ले में अभी भी तामीर नौ का मरहला तकमील की इजाज़त नहीं जा सका। सैकड़ों और दर्जनों स्कूल ऐसे हैं जो अभी तक तामीर नहीं हो सके। सड़कों का और बिलखसूस यहाँ कैपिटल में जो मास्टर प्लान था वो अधूरा है।
Residents accused that change in government leadership did not help the cause of victims, as successive governments have failed in executing projects for the relief of victims. A part of India's erstwhile princely province of Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistan-administered Kashmir has been under Pakistan's illegal rule for over 6 decades now.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghan government has rejected the possibility of talks between the US and Taliban after media reports claim that Washington is preparing to talk with the terror group directly. Afghan officials on Tuesday said that any negotiations with the Taliban will be Afghan-owned and Afghan-led.
Afghan officials on Tuesday rejected reports about the possibility of direct peace talks between the US and the Taliban and maintained that any negotiations with the terror group will be an Afghan-owned and Afghan-led process. This comes after a media report on Monday claimed that the US is preparing to talk with the Taliban directly. Meanwhile, Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, the reconciled leader of Hizb-e-Islami group in Afghanistan on Tuesday, said that US officials consulted him about the prospects of holding talks with the Taliban to end the 17-year-long war.
مذاکرات صلح با مخالفین مسلح توسط افغان‌ها و رهبری مالکت افغان‌ها صورت می‌گیرد. اما ایالات متحده آمریکا مثل گذشته در این روند نقش حامی و تسهیل کننده را دارد.
ما ورته ویلي چې کسام طالبانو ته زموږ مشوره دا ده چې د بین الافغاني مذاکراتو لاره غوره کړي. د هغوی د حیثیت لپاره هم دا غوره ده او د بحران د حل لپاره هم تر ټولو مناسبه لاره هم ده. اما که هغوی ټینګار کوي چې حتما باید د بهرنیو سره په ځانګړې توګه له تاسو سره وګوري، زه په دې کې څه معنی نه ګورم.
Meanwhile, commander of US forces in Afghanistan, General John Nicholson, on Monday said that the US is ready to support the peace talks with the Taliban. Nicholson echoed US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who last week promised Washington's support for peace talks with the Taliban.
More on news from Afghanistan. A fashion show aimed at emphasizing solidarity among the various ethnic groups in Afghanistan was held in Kabul recently. Around 22 models participated in the event and showcased traditional costumes of the different tribes in the country.
Models from across Afghanistan walked the ramp wearing clothes of various ethnic groups during a fashion show held recently in capital Kabul city. The main objective of the fashion show was to emphasize solidarity among the various ethnic groups in Afghanistan. Around 22 models participated in the event and showcased traditional costumes of 22 different tribes in the country.
رنگ یک باغ از اتحاد، همدلی، همبستگی یگانه راه و مسیر هدفهای ماست که ما میتونیم خوبتر به اهداف خود برسیم.
کار ما کار فرهنگی است، کار ملی است، کار ما به سیاست ربط نداره، ولی با وجودی هم مشکلات امنیتی داره.
In recent years, many young Afghans have been contributing to the modeling world through such performances. One of the main highlights of the show was the presence of Afghan women, who generally are not welcomed as much as men in the partially conservative country.
Amarnath Yatra, a 2-month-long annual Hindu pilgrimage, benefits both Hindu and Muslim traders in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. The pilgrimage also instills a sense of brotherhood between the two communities.
The annual Hindu pilgrimage Amarnath Yatra fulfills two purposes every year: religious beliefs of devotees and profiting traders in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. Mostly paths from Baltal, Chandanwari, Sonmarg and Pahalgam areas, the Muslim majority in the valley earns a major part of their livelihood through the pilgrimage. For some locals, the sale that the yatra brings is their only source of income. Along with benefiting the traders, sense of brotherhood between the two communities can also be seen increasing during the pilgrimage.
उनसे हमें थोड़ी सी जो आमदनी हो जाती है तो उसका हम खुशी से उनका यहाँ पर इस्तकबाल करते हैं और बाकी जो भी यात्री यहाँ पर खाली दर्शन के लिए उनसे भी हम ये इस्तिदा करते हैं कि वो खाली यहाँ शिवलिंगम के दर्शन के लिए खाली ना आ जाए बल्कि हमारे साथ भी थोड़ा मेल मिलाप हो जाए जिससे यहाँ की तिजारत यहाँ की सियाहत का जो एक बहुत बड़ा एक योग होता है, फुकदान है इस वक्त, उसमें भी थोड़ी बढ़ोतरी हो जाए।
हम लोग यहाँ पे इंतज़ार करते हैं यात्रियों का कि वो कब आए यहाँ पे दर्शन करने। हमारा भी बिज़नेस बनेगा, टेंट वालों का भी बिज़नेस बनेगा और घोड़े वालों का भी बिज़नेस बनेगा, आपस में भाईचारा बनेगा, जिससे कश्मीर की जो पहचान है भाईचारे की वो भी कायम रहेगी। उनकी सेवाकारी के लिए यहाँ पे लगे हुए हैं लोग।
The Amarnath cave, located 12,000 feet above sea level in Lidar Valley in Kashmir, is known to be a popular pilgrimage site dedicated to Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction. It is visited by thousands of pilgrims every year in the months of July and August. This year, the Amarnath Yatra, which started on the 28th of June 2018, will conclude on the 26th of August 2018.
Farmers in India's West Bengal province have adopted the greenhouse technique used in Israel to grow tomatoes during the rainy season. The farmers in Siliguri city of the province have so far planted around 10,000 tomato saplings, which have resulted in good quality production and are being sold in the other parts of the country too.
Farmers in India's eastern Siliguri city have adopted the greenhouse technique used in Israel in order to grow tomatoes during the rainy season. The farmers of the region, with the help of the horticulture department, have been using high-technology greenhouse method to grow tomatoes which require warm and fairly dry weather. Around 10,000 tomato saplings have been planted, which has resulted in good quality production and are being sold in other parts of the country.
हम लोगों ने सोचा कि क्यों ना हम लोग यहीं पे इस तरीके का जो टेक्नोलॉजी बाहर में लोग अडॉप्ट करते हैं फार्मर, उस टेक्नोलॉजी को हम उत्तर बंगाल में ले आए। तो हम लोगों ने उसके लिए फिर इजराइल से जो टेक्नोलॉजी है ग्रीन हाउस की, वहाँ से कुछ मदद ली और ये पूरी हाईटेक ऑटोमेटिक ग्रीन हाउस हम लोगों ने इस लुची पोखरी फांसी देवा ब्लॉक में हम लोगों ने यहाँ इंस्टॉल किया।
हम लोग 10,000 चारा लगा हुआ है, तो सप्ताह में सर हम लोग एक टन से सेल कर रहा है, तो ये पूरा सर हमारा नॉर्थ ईस्ट में जा रहा है।
Greenhouse technology is a process of creating a protected environment for cultivation. The vegetables and fruits grown under such circumstances provide high-quality produce. The Israeli greenhouse technique involves usage of developed computer hardware, software, automated water supply to plants and offers climate control.
Mega sunshades have been installed at a famous Muslim shrine in India's Jammu and Kashmir province to provide relief to women devotees who pray in the shrine's courtyard. The installation is part of $6.12 million plans for the integrated development of the shrine.
Installation of mega sunshades at the famous historical shrine Hazrat Bal in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province on Wednesday brought big relief to the women devotees who are asked to pray outside the shrine hall. Experts from India's western Mumbai city were called to Srinagar city for the installation, which is part of $6.12 million plans for the integrated development of the shrine and its surrounding areas. The sunshades aim to provide shelter and a comfortable environment for devotees offering prayers while saving them from the heat.
काफ़ी राहत मिलेगी लोगों, क्योंकि एज ए एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर मैं कहता हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे 2-4 साल हो गए हैं, मुझे भी बहुत परेशानी हो गई है, क्योंकि अवामी सिस्टम होता है, क्योंकि ऐसा ही होता है, क्योंकि जिस वक्त धूप होता है, धूप में थोड़ा परेशानी बनती है, लोग मुझे शिकायत करते हैं ऐसा वैसा है, मगर चूँकि जो ये सिलसिला हो जाएगा, ये लोगों को अच्छी राहत मिलेगी इससे।
More beautification and expansion plans of the shrine have been underway for the past few months, which are set to be completed by December this year. Hazrat Bal is a popular Muslim shrine containing a relic believed to be a hair strand of Prophet Muhammad. Women devotees usually pray outside the shrine in its courtyard, which faces the wrath of the sun.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time tomorrow. Good night.
You're watching TAG TV.